Good Tuesday morning. It's December the 2nd. I'm Will Puckett. Thanks for joining us for Catch Up Quick. It's our daily fastcast that airs at 10:30 in the morning, Monday through Friday. Today and tomorrow, we're teaming up with Second Harvest Food Bank to help support our neighbors and friends in need. But we can't do it without your help. We want to get you straight outside to this day of giving that is going on right now. Our Olivia Calfee standing by. Olivia, the rain's been a bit dreary this morning, but we've had some awesome people stop by and already donate.
Yeah, well, I loved how you said we can't do it without your help. We just had a few people swing by, just had a great conversation with Craig, and he was like, I hang out with y'all every morning, and I wanted to come by because I wanted to do a good deed today. And he said, you guys gave me the opportunity to do that. So getting to meet with people like Craig, we also had Don and Jerry just come by, say hi, make some donations, some non-perishable food items. That's what we're asking for during this Days of Giving food drive. We're partnering with Second Harvest, hoping to make a really big difference in our community. 18 counties across East Tennessee, over 200,000 people across East Tennessee are struggling with food insecurity during the holidays. So this is our opportunity to step up and help them out. So we're asking for items, non-perishable food items. Proteins are really important here. So peanut butter, canned tuna, canned chicken. Those are great things that you can bring by. We also have some homemade chicken noodle soup. That's another really awesome meal. I know, Will, you always say you love the mac and cheese. This goes a long way. Whenever kids aren't in school during the holidays, they need a quick meal, something to grab. This is great. So many people have stepped up. I'm just amazed. And you can also make those monetary donations. So something that I love about this, it's double your donation. So if you donate $1, it's going to be $2. That creates 6 meals. So $20, it would have equal 40. So step up, come and help out, please. We'll be here today until 6:30. I do hear a car behind me. Not sure if they're going to stop. It's like we may have somebody bring in a donation by now. So continue to show up. That address, 6450 at Paper Mill Drive. We'll get you a hot cup of coffee. I know it's cold out here. We will also not even make you get out of the car. We'll come and get those donations from you. Again, we just appreciate so many people stepping up, coming to help out. And something I want to say too, maybe you're one of the 200,000+ people who need that assistance, who Second Harvest helps. Come by and say hi. That's all that we want. We want to meet you. And we want to get to know people like Craig, like this gentleman who is out here right now. So we'll be here until 6:30 tonight. But certainly appreciate you all. Again, that address, 6450 at Paper Mill Drive. Well, I'm going to send it back to you.
Olivia, thank you. Go ahead and greet that gentleman or the person pulling up right behind him before they go on and get out of here. They want to meet the Olivia Calfee. We all know that. Olivia, thanks. Well, a 17-year-old now facing charges after deputies say he had a gun on a school campus. The Blount County Sheriff's Office says a parent reached out saying their child had a photo of another student with a gun tucked into his waistband. Investigators were able to figure out who the student is in the photo. That teenager is now charged with carrying a weapon on school property and being a juvenile in possession of a gun. The student is in a juvenile detention facility waiting for a court hearing. Blount County Sheriff James Lee Barong saying that the student who reported seeing the gun did the right thing. He says, don't hesitate to report things like this, and stresses keeping guns out of schools is paramount. We have an update, meanwhile, on the officer who was hurt in a crash during a motorcade for Vice President J.D. Vance. Maryville officer Justin Brown was seriously hurt after a crash involving his motorcycle and a state trooper's car last month. They say he's making steady progress. Maryville Police Chief Tony Crisp saying Officer Brown was released from the hospital over the weekend. He's now at a rehab center in Knoxville where he'll be treated over the next several weeks. A Knoxville officer's police powers are now suspended after a fight in Sevier County. KPD says Adam Barnett was off duty when he got into a fight with a family member Monday. Sevier County deputies arrested him and charged him with domestic assault. Barnett is now on administrative reassignment. KPD says that it's conducting an internal investigation. Well, a deadly crash in Loudoun County shut down part of Interstate 40 for a few hours Monday. The sheriff's office saying the crash happened near mile marker 366. THP is investigating that crash. We'll let you know as soon as we have an update for you. Well, Roane County investigators are asking for your help to find more information after a body was found lying in the middle of a road. The sheriff's office saying Christian Adelet was found dead on Caney Creek Road in Harriman in September after he was hit and killed by a car. If you have any information, call the Roane County Sheriff's Office. We have that number for you inside your WVLT News app. Well, an attorney is now facing charges after reportedly appearing drunk at the Greene County Detention Center. Officials say on Sunday, Cott County Attorney Charlotte Liebrock tried to see a client and appeared to be under the influence before leaving the jail. She was later pulled over for driving slowly and going into the wrong lane. Police say Liebrock, quote, performed poorly on all tests given. She was arrested and faces DUI charges. Police saying this is not the first time Liebrock appeared to be drunk at a jail. Last month, she was charged with public intoxication after trying to speak to an inmate at the Cott County Jail Annex. Well, police have a warning this morning to keep thieves away from your doorstep with the holiday season gearing up. Last year, 58 million packages were stolen. That's from the United States Postal Service. It's a crime that causes billions in losses every year. So what can you do to avoid it? FedEx and UPS allow deliveries to different addresses. The post office will hold your mail for up to 30 days until you're home. Amazon allows users to use pickup lockers for up to 3 days. You can also leave instructions with your Amazon delivery driver requesting to have packages delivered behind your home. If your packages are stolen, call the store you get them from and file a police report.
Your First Alert Forecast with meteorologist Kyle Granger.
Hello, my friends. 10:36 on this Tuesday morning, and it has been dreary. Yes, the rain has continued. Making progress, though, getting the rain out of here. I think it's just a cloudy afternoon, finally to the sunshine tomorrow. Look at Gatlinburg. Yes, a dreary start to the day as you head up into the Great Smoky Mountains, even at the Ober Mountain area. A few light sprinkles still left in Sevier County, moving into Cock, right over English Mountain, out to Parrotsville, and more into Morristown. A few snowflakes maybe flying around just to the north of Morristown and into the interior sections of Claiborne County, up into Harlan as well. But here's the clear skies. Nashville to Memphis trying to work their way in, getting that cloud cover out of here. We started in the 30s this morning. Some of us have already warmed up into the 40s here for the middle part of the morning. At 42 Knoxville, 43 Newport to Pigeon Forge, 34 Crossville, 32 Jamestown. Here's your First Alert forecast for the rest of the day on this Tuesday, timing out the rain opportunities that stay with us, moving north and east. Now, just because it's cloudy, we still have the opportunity to have a few areas of mist that may not be picked up here by the Futurecast and by the radar. You're still going to use the windshield wipers, I think, at times. But we'll start to make some progress overnight tonight. Look at this, even some peaks of stars and moon out and about even by 8 o'clock. Now, the playground this afternoon should stay relatively dry and cloudy, but it's also cold. Just have that big jacket with you and handy all afternoon long. 41, 42 in Knoxville to 41 Pigeon Forge, down where you live, 39 to 40. Madisonville to Tellico Plains, 33 to 32. Crossville to Jamestown. How about 36 for Jellicoe? Williamsburg at 35. Yes, 38 in Morristown to 40. Dandridge and Newport. Clouds overnight tonight. 28 is where we are for the start of the day tomorrow. From the 20s in the morning, we eventually get back to the 30s by noon. Calm winds, mostly sunny skies by the 5 o'clock hour, and staying cold. It's 40s for the rest of the afternoon. In fact, only topping out at about 48 degrees around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We'll start to see the temperature slide back into the 30s for the next couple of days, Thursday into Friday. A mix of sun and clouds. Raindrops reemerge from the heavens for our Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We'll see and time out as we get closer to those Friday night parades. We've got a lot of Saturday morning Christmas parades, and then next week we stay in the 40s as well.
All righty, Kyle, thank you. Well, our Ted Hall got to visit with one of our favorite broadcasters in East Tennessee. That's Halloran Hilton Hill, just around Thanksgiving. Halloran had to have a kidney transplant close to 3 months ago now. He's back at work, he's driving, he can also hang out with people, and things are looking good.
With some friends and family, but something really unique happened recently. I decided to have a pre-Thanksgiving dinner with my donor. And I sat down to dinner with my donor, their family, the doctor that removed the kidney of my donor and took care of my donor, and the doctor that did the transplant on me, and one of the people that was here helping to take care of me. And we had a private dinner the other night, and it was unbelievable.
What's it like hanging out with the donor who did that for you?
It was surreal.
Yeah, I can't imagine. Things are looking good for Halloran. As we said, that donor coming through most likely saved his life. WVLT is proud to be your official station of the Vols, and tonight is another big test for 13th ranked Tennessee basketball. The Vols on the road at Syracuse. Now, Tennessee is coming off of a pretty good showing in the Players Era Festival last week. They got that big win over Houston, a revenge game from last year's Elite Eight, but they lost steam in the second half against Kansas and couldn't pull away. This is the first true road game for UT, though. Tip-off is at 7. Well, Thursday, portions of the Parkway in Gatlinburg will be closed as the high school football team at Gatlinburg-Pittman heads to the state title game. The road between Reagan Drive and Cherokee Orchard Road will be closed for a special send-off celebration from 9 to 10 in the morning. GP will be taking on Westview for the Class 3A championship Friday morning in Chattanooga. Now, also, Gatlinburg is set to hold its Fantasy of Lights Christmas Parade Friday night. That's at 7:30. Now, if you don't want to fight the traffic to get there, do not worry. You can watch it from the comfort of your own home on the CW Knoxville now and right here on WVLT Plus. Kyle's going to be there, Casey Wheelis, and myself, all going to be in attendance. We're looking forward to bringing you a great night of Christmas spirit and fun from the Parkway. Join us starting at 7 o'clock Friday. Again, that's on the CW Knoxville and right here on WVLT Plus. And then a reminder for today and tomorrow, we're continuing our tradition of teaming up with Second Harvest Food Bank, part of WVLT's Days of Giving campaign. We're looking for things like canned foods, fruits and veggies, soups, rice, beans, pasta, cereal, peanut butter, macaroni and cheese, all of the canned proteins you can imagine, all going to help our friends and neighbors. We'll be outside until 6:30 tonight, and then again another 12 and a half hours tomorrow from 6 in the morning to 6:30 in the evening. Our station, 6450 Paper Mill Drive, right behind Alchemy Salon. We hope to see you here.
We the People, celebrating 250 years of America. Sponsored by Garza Law Firm.
On December 2nd, 1823, President James Monroe laid out the Monroe Doctrine. That's a cornerstone of U.S. policy. President Monroe said further European colonization in the Western Hemisphere would be viewed as a hostile act against the United States, and in return, our country would not get involved in European wars. All right, that's going to do it for today's edition of Catch Up Quick. We appreciate you joining us. You can always get your headlines online at WVLT.tv on your desktop, inside the WVLT News app, and on all of our WVLT Plus streaming pages.